Hey everybody, welcome to The Bottom Line. I'm Mike Noland, and tonight, boy howdy, I am pissed. And I don't mean in the Irish sense of the word, if you know what I mean. Tonight, one of our competitors is going to bite the dust. But there's a part 2 to the video tonight. It is a twofer. Two for the price of one video, and part 2 is a brand new product reveal that has just arrived here at The Bottom Line. And it is a piece of equipment that we are going to be using from tonight on. Now, we're just introducing the product tonight. We're not even going to show you the product, but you'll know what I mean when we get to that portion of the video. Once again, if you get anything from this video, please give us a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel. As I've said before, we're in phase 3 at The Bottom Line. We're trying to get our first 100 subscribers. At the time of shooting this video, we have 54 subscribers. We're well over halfway, and we just need a little bit more of a nudge, and we want you to join the family as well. So consider subscribing and hit that subscribe to the tribe, hit that top bell notification, and you'll be notified of all future videos. Okay, so meet competitor number 1. This is my Mous Limitless case. This is my iPhone 11. And iPhone 11 was the first phone that Apple actually came out with that really interested me. The cameras were greatly improved. I loved that. And it was time for an update. And that 6.1-inch screen, what can I say? Now, my phone wasn't the Pro or the Pro Max, but it was a substantial investment for me. And I wanted to protect that investment any way I could. So I turned to Mous, and I love the look of this case. This is real walnut. Take a look at that. Real walnut, and it's supposed to be, like the Titanic, nearly indestructible. So let's take a closer look at this product. I'm in Shift Screen 4X and more on Shift Screen 4X very near in the future, but it's my preferred way of browsing with my iPad Pro at my desk. So here we can see this is the Limitless 4.0 MagSafe compatible walnut phone case. It says absolute maximum protection and full compatibility with all MagSafe compatible accessories and chargers. And if we take a look at this, it's available. Of course, I did get the walnut, that's why it's up there, but you can get it in a variety of different styles, obviously. Now, if you know anything about Mous, this is the company that in their commercials, they drop these cases from balloons 300 feet in the air, from the top of a skyscraper, from the top of a telephone pole. And in every commercial I've seen, not one of their products have broke. Okay, let's take a look at competitor number 2. This competitor, just like a good Clint Eastwood movie, has no name. Now, I'm sure it does. But this competitor was given to me secondhand by my nephew. Now, it's got a nice little design in the back. I'll hold it up, and maybe in editing we can enhance that a bit. All right, so it's got a nice little dragon. I love dragons. I draw dragons. And it's a real nice, snug design. As you can see, doesn't get in the way. All right, and take a look at these buttons. I mean, they do everything you want them to do. They're very responsive. As I mentioned in our last video, I love red trim, and these are nice little red buttons. So are all those the pros? No, here's the biggest pro. This phone case cost my nephew $7.99. That's right, $7.99, and it pretty much does everything you want in a phone case. Now, I've dropped this case on cement from about this height, okay? Not a scratch. I've got a nice screen protector on it, and not a scratch to my iPhone 11. So we've taken a good look at these two products, and it's time to gather in the streets and watch this shootout. But hold on, there is a braggart in our midst, and I hate braggarts. And that braggart is the Mous Walnut case. By the way, when I say walnut, It is real walnut. That's one of the reasons I wanted this case. It's a beautiful case, and I didn't want one of those plasticky kind of or clear cases. I wanted a serious and professional case, and boy, this sure seemed to fit the bill. So you can imagine my disappointment when one day I picked up my iPhone and this happened. So now we're ready for the shootout, but before we gather in the streets, my iPhone needs a jacket. I'll meet you there. Okay, so here we are. You've seen the best and the worst of both products, and you would think that that was enough. No, that would only be a maiming. A $7.99 product maiming a $50+ product. And as you can tell, it's a pretty serious maiming. Okay, so now that that nasty bit of business has been taken care of, let's have some fun, shall we? The brand new piece of equipment that I've been talking about is the brand new iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now I'd love to show it to you, but I can't, and this is where you get a peek behind the curtain of the bottom line even further than you did in our last video. You see, it was my iPhone 11 and one more piece of equipment that I bought for my iPhone 11 that really got me interested in doing a YouTube channel. You see, my original thought process was that I would get the iPad Pro, the Magic Keyboard, the Apple II Pencil, and I would use them in concert with equipment I already had to produce music. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I am also a multimedia artist. So that was my goal, just to produce content for my own pleasure. But when I became aware of the much improved cameras on the iPhone 11 and another product that we are going to talk about very shortly, the Beast Grip Pro, I started rethinking everything. You know, I thought that a multimedia YouTube channel would really be something that I could sink my teeth into. Now, I've accrued a lot of expertise in regard to the recording process, writing songs, playing the instruments that I play, how I produce those songs. I'm also a sketch artist and a graphics designer, as well as a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo and a certified instructor in Taekwondo as well. Now, these are all the arts I have expertise in, but the one area that I am still a student in, and the area that I've shared so much information with you in these videos, is videography through iPhoneography. So to be clear, we don't use a mirrorless camera here or a professional camera here. I have shot every single one of my videos on this iPhone 11. And the reason we can't show you the new iPhone Pro Max, because right now it is too busy shooting this video. So I didn't want to just say, hey, I have this. I brought pictures. And I'm doing it through Shift Screen 4X, my favorite way to browse the internet when I'm here at my desk. Okay, so this is the Apple website, and this is where we get our basic information. And we're just going to kind of peruse this and take a look at some of the basic information. All right, so now as we go down, one of the biggest differences between the iPhone 13 Pro Max and the iPhone 13 Pro is the size. Like my iPhone 11 here, the iPhone 13 Pro has a 6.1-inch screen, whereas the iPhone 13 Pro Max has a 6.7-inch screen. Now, follow me down further here and you'll see what color I chose. I wanted my Pro Max to look just like my iPad Pro. And that is space gray for the iPad Pro Max, and of course they're calling this now graphite. And there may be some subtle differences in color, but nothing that I've seen that really distinguishes the two. All right, let's go a little bit further, shall we? Here's one of the things that was introduced with the 12, and that of course is the surgical grade stainless steel sides, not to mention the wonderful change of design that harkens back to the iPhone 4S in its glory. We have a very squared off design here. I love it. It looks futuristic and it looks future proof as well. Let's go down a little bit further here. So here we can see that the ceramic glass that the iPhone is made of is much improved. They're claiming tougher than any smartphone glass ever. Let's go down a bit further. Okay, the next thing up is the industry-leading IP68 water resistance. And of course, these phones are getting more waterproof and more waterproof every year. Now, we're going to get into the specifics in a later video. Like I said, we're just introducing the idea of the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Okay, let's continue, shall we? So the next spot is the cameras. And I've got to tell you, that was the number one reason for me going to the Pro Max, because the Pro Max have the very best cameras available on a smartphone today. Yes, I know there are competitors out there with many more megapixels and more cameras and all of that stuff. But the iPhone 13 Pro Max with its internals produces the very best photos, the very best videos available on a smartphone, in my opinion. That doesn't mean its competitors have nothing to offer. They do. They're serious phones. But my preference, and I've used both, my preference is Apple. Now, this next bit of information is interesting. Take a look at what's available now on the new iPhone. You know, I've just started an interest in macro photography, and I actually went to a company I already mentioned. It's also a company that specializes in lenses as well. As a matter of fact, the lens I'm using tonight is also a Beast Grip lens. When I bought it, it was almost $200. It's now down to about $159-ish, and that is the Kiko or the Kaiko, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, ultra wide pro lens. Now, you attach this lens to the Beast Grip, you attach your iPhone to the Beast Grip, and together they're capable of shooting very high quality videos for YouTube. But this whole idea of macro photography coming to the iPhone just tickles me. Now, as I stated, I've just gotten into videography, right? And I've just gotten into phonography, or in my case, iPhonography. And so, along with the wide angle lens, I bought this combo lens, and I believe this one was only about 40 bucks, maybe 50. And this is their fisheye lens combo macro lens. I really love this lens. I'd like to show you the ultra wide that I've got, and we will in a future video, but it's busy right now, obviously. But this is wonderful. It comes with a cap. It also comes with a nice pouch. I mean, inside, there's the cap. You take off the lens, and then also this back cap actually screws on. Now, my ultra wide, it just has a snap on. I wish it had this. This is nice. A little bit of care came in with the threading of this. We'll go ahead and put that back on. And of course, this portion of the lens can also be removed. Be careful here. And there is your macro lens to not only flora, but insect life and all the busy details of Ant-Man. I mean ants. All right, so 2 lenses for the price of one, and the price, 40 bucks. Less than certain iPhone cases, I'd say. So anyway, that gives you a view of the lens. Now let's take a further look, shall we? All right, so we go down, and night photography is even much more greatly enhanced than it already famously has been with the iPhone. So we're not going to go into that in any great detail tonight. We'll go down a little bit further here, and more, and we get down to more zoom boom. I love this, and I haven't even been able to take a look at it. My iPhone 13 Pro Max arrived today, and I immediately had to put on a new lens adapter on my Beast Grip Pro, and so I haven't even had a chance to play with it yet, other than what we're doing here tonight. Nice phone. Nice phone. Do a good job. So anyway, the zoom lens I can't really say much about. Evidently, it's totally amazing, and I've already had my eye on a telephoto lens made by Beast Grip. So I want to take a look at this, and I want to take a look and see how it compares to the two down the road. And of course, they have anamorphic lenses. I mean, just look at that photo. Of course, it's professionally taken with professional lighting, hitting her face just right, but it is absolutely amazing with the photos and the videos that you can get from these new phones. I absolutely love them. So we're going to stop there tonight. We could go down another 10 or 15 minutes and really take a look at this phone, and we will in an upcoming video coming to your iPhone or your iPad or your computer. Television, anyone? Soon. So that wraps up shootout number 4. As far as I'm concerned, it was a slaughter, as well as part 2 of our video tonight, introducing the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and we are going to have some videos on that coming up. So in the last few videos, we've slowly revealed what kind of studio we are, what the equipment is that we use. It's our hope here at the Bottom Line to provide you with value. If you got any value tonight, please give us a thumbs up, and please hit that subscribe to the tribe and hit that top bell notification, and all of those future videos that we just mentioned and many more will be there in your notifications. So once again, this is the Bottom Line. I'm Mike Noland, and thanks for watching.